Hi everybody, it's been a while. So today I'm coming with a video. Yesterday we had a meeting, a parenting meeting between the moms, and the requirement that you need to join is you must have techno tutor. We were talking about timidity, why kids or ourselves even, why we go into the tendency of being timid. And in French, the definition that I've read, I haven't read the definition in English, so I'm going to translate what I read. Timidity is just the lack of assurance or lack of certainty, or you can say lack of self-confidence. And so when parents wear the badge, they are like, oh, my child is timid, leave him alone, you know. It's like a badge of honor nowadays to have a timid child. And unfortunately, parents doesn't even know the definition of timidity. Like, are you proud to say that your child lacks assurance? Are you proud to say your child lacks self-confidence towards other people? At the end of the day, it's just a coping mechanism that parents use to not teach their children how to interact with others. Like when they go outside, even the parent doesn't know how to interact with others, and so the child's like, okay, show me. And when somebody comes, the child's like, I don't want to talk to you because my parents are doing the same. And then parents just use the word, oh, he's timid, you know, he doesn't like to talk to people. And people don't realize that timidity is taught at home. You teach your child to be timid. But anyway, something happened during that meeting that encouraged me to do this video today. We were talking about all the different causes of timidity within a child, that then fast forward to an adult. And one of the reasons where you punishing your child make them timid. Every time you punish your child, you are teaching them to lack self-confidence and lack assurance within themselves, and it makes them lack confidence to interact with others. And so we were talking about that, and I was emphasizing the fact that if punishing a child was really effective, meaning if punishing a child will make them do or understand what you are trying to tell them, so why is that we don't punish adults? You know, why don't we use something as effective as punishment? You know, like, why is that when you are in a relationship, your partner misbehave? Because this is how parents call it when children are, they are like, you are misbehaving. You do something bad, you did something bad, so I'm gonna punish you so that you will understand that this is bad, and so you will not do it the next time. And so if that is the case, why don't we punish adults? Why is that when you are in a relationship with your woman or your man and they misbehave, why don't you punish them? Since punishment makes someone think about what they did, and then they are like, okay, I realized my mistake, I shouldn't do this and that. Why don't you punish your spouse? You should punish them, since punishment worked. And I was saying that, right? I was talking and saying that this is why it doesn't even make sense, because even within adults, they don't use the punishment sentence of, oh, I need to punish you so that you get what I'm saying, but you use it with the children. And one of the moms, she said something that that's why I'm doing this video right now. She said, but Sandra, adults are punishing themselves. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? She's like, but let's just take an example of a couple, right? Sometimes when one of the spouse do something that the other doesn't like, what does the other one do? she gave me an example, like they will go out and go to the club and drink and come back very, very late. That is the way of punishing their spouse for doing whatever. And I was like, come on, keep going, this makes sense. She's like, yeah, like me not talking to you anymore is a type of punishment. And I was like, whoa, it just clicked for me. I was like, this makes sense. And at the moment I was like, yes, actually everything that we do to a child, it doesn't disappear. People think things that we do in children, the more you grow up, the more they disappear. Like if you teach a child that in order for them to understand things, they need punishment, they are going to punish others in order to get their message across. Like, let's just say a married couple, the wife, she's like, I want you to do this, or whatever happened between them, right? They have a disagreement, and let's just say the man is the one who is at fault here. She will, for example, starve him of sex, like they say. It's so ridiculous, but that's the other things that I hear. Some women are like, oh, I'm gonna starve him of sex, I'm not gonna have sex with him for at least 1 month. And that's actually punishing her husband. She is punishing her husband for not doing this or that. And so adults, they don't have time, you know, when you're like, go to the corner or go to your room, or I'm gonna seize your favorite toy, your favorite show, you're not allowed to go out. Adults don't do that to each other, but they punish themselves in other ways. Like I said, let's just say a husband is the one providing for the family, and his wife do something, he's like, I don't like what you are doing. Instead of communicating and showing her why she's wrong in this or that, he was gonna be like, I'm not gonna give the money for the house, the housekeeping, and etc, etc. And this is gonna be his way of punishing his wife, because since he was born, he's been taught the moment you want someone to understand what you want to pass across, you must do them something that hurts. Because punishing someone is making sure the person is hurt. Because when you are punishing someone, you're not giving them what it's gonna make them feel good or happy or whatever. Like telling a child to go to the corner and staying there for 30 minutes long, it's actually taking their dignity away. Like, would you do that? So why is that we think children are inferior? Like, adults think children are inferior and adults are superior, because you wouldn't tell your wife the moment she says something bad or wrong, or she really did do a big mistake. Would you tell her go to the corner? You wouldn't say to her go to the corner, because she's gonna be like, how dare you talk to me like that? And the most surprising thing is that she's gonna be like, I'm not your child. Meaning that's what you should do to a child. Why is that we consider child as inferior as us? And at the same time, like I said, we are thinking we are not doing the same thing, but deep down we are doing the same. Because like I said, if a man all his life he's been taught, the moment I want you to do something, I must take something from you that's gonna hurt you. I must tell you to kneel down for at least 2 hours. I must tell you that you're not gonna go out for 2 months. You're not gonna watch your favorite show. At the end, punishing someone is an act of making them feel sad, unhappy. Basically, it's to hurt the person. The more you hurt the person, the more punished they are. Like, It's crazy. Think for a moment, let's just say your child did something, you're like, I need to punish you in order for you to understand. Let's just say they pour milk or water on the floor one time, the second time, the third time, and you're like, you know what? You deserve to be hurt. I deserve to inflict pain to you, psychologically, physically. Because people went from, I'm not gonna beat my child, to I'm gonna punish them. Yeah, like me me punishing them is not me laying my hand on them, so it's not abuse. But what is punishing your child, that act that you are doing, is just, how can I hurt my child so badly that the next time they are gonna think, oh, if I do this, mom is gonna do something that is gonna hurt me so bad, so I'm not gonna do it. So the child is not doing it because they understand why. They are just doing it because they are like, I don't want you to hurt me. And so that is the exact same thing that same child is gonna grow up and do to everyone. I took the example of a married couple just as an example, because at the end of the day, in every aspect in their life, even hurting our own self, when we grow up in a system, in a place where people think teaching you something is to hurt you physically or mentally or whatever, psychologically, or whatever you want to call it, then you grow up thinking, the moment I want people to hear what I have to say or to do what I want them to do, I need to hurt them. I need to inflict pain. And the moment I inflict pain, they are gonna do what I want. And like I said, your relationship sucks because you guys are playing the game of punishment. Like the moment your wife do something that you don't like, or let's just say she really did something wrong, that is fundamentally wrong, in order for you to communicate and to show her and to educate her, because that is it, to educate her on why. And you know, the only moment someone understands some things when they comprehend it. They're like, oh yes, now I guess why I shouldn't be doing this. But since you weren't raised to explain to someone until they understand, no one had the patience to explain it to you. No one took time to explain to you again and again until the day you were like, you know what, now I get it. No one took that time, so you don't know how to do it. That's why the moment your wife do something wrong or bad or whatever, the only way you know to deal with that situation is to make something that is gonna hurt her or inflict pain. And your head's like, I need to do something. She's gonna get mad at, she's gonna cry, she's gonna feel pain, hurt, and then she's never gonna do it again. And vice versa. As a woman in a relationship, the moment your husband or boyfriend, whatever, do something bad, let's just say legitimately bad, because you weren't taught how to explain to someone how something is bad and they shouldn't be doing, and this is what is best, you're gonna be like, okay, I need to inflict pain. I need to do something to my husband that is gonna pain him, that's gonna be painful, so that he never does it again. That's the game of punishment and pain infliction that we play, and at the workplace, wherever. So we need to change it, and if you want to know how to change it, send me a message. I'm gonna put my address here. It's DA for Sandy at gmail.com. I need to think because I usually say it in French. So yeah, we really need to change it. And like I said, you should stop wearing the badge of honor of having a timid child. It's not something that is best. It's not something supportive for your child. Your child is gonna live in anxiety every time, and you are like, oh, I'm so happy you're a timid child. And people, and the crazy thing is that people around also play that game. People will meet a child, and instead of learning how to interact with the child, they're gonna be like, oh, he doesn't speak, he is timid. Oh, you're so timid.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.